All right, today we're going to talk about something pretty huge, salvation, and specifically how it's all about finding freedom from that heavy, heavy weight of guilt and sin.
So let me ask you something. Ever feel just trapped by guilt? You know that feeling, right? It's this nagging, relentless thing that you just can't seem to shake no matter what you do.
And it's so much more than just a bad feeling. Guilt does something really specific. It makes you feel completely powerless. It just leaves you feeling stuck, totally drained, and like you can't move forward.
I mean, the source material really doesn't pull any punches here. It says, if the devil can keep you feeling guilty, then he can keep you feeling powerless. Wow, that just reframes the whole thing, doesn't it? Guilt isn't just some feeling inside you, it's a strategy used against you to keep you from your potential.
So, what's our first instinct when we mess up? For a lot of us, it's to hide, right? Just ignore it, hope it goes away. But here's the thing, that's a total trap. Hiding from the problem, it just makes everything worse. It's like pouring gasoline on the fire.
Okay, so if hiding is out, what's the answer? Well, that brings us to this idea of the myth of perfection. We're going to look at that constant pressure we all feel to be perfect and contrast it with the incredible power we can find when we lean on Him instead.
And this is where things get really interesting, because there's a crucial balance we have to strike. On one side, look, it's totally normal to fall short. It's part of being human. But, and this is a big but, on the other side, there's this challenge. Don't get comfortable there. You can't just set up camp in your mistakes.
So that creates this really interesting tension, doesn't it? And it leads to a super important question. If we're not supposed to be perfect, but we're also not supposed to be okay with our flaws, then what in the world does Jesus expect from us?
And the answer? It's a total, fundamental shift in how we think about this. The expectation isn't that we be perfect on our own. It's not about our own strength. The expectation is that we lean on Him. It's this huge move away from trying to do it all ourselves, which is exhausting, by the way, to relying on Him, which is so empowering.
But what does leaning on Him actually mean in practice? Well, it's all about trust. It's this deep core belief, this knowing that through Him we're made new and perfect, that through His stripes we're healed. It's about accepting a transformation that, let's be honest, we could never ever pull off by ourselves.
So this whole idea of leaning and trusting, it really changes everything, doesn't it? And that brings us to a really important question about our perspective. When you think about your relationship with God, does it feel like a chore or does it feel like a privilege?
And hey, let's be real for a minute. Has spending time with God ever felt like a chore? Like another thing on your to-do list? Whether it's prayer, reading scripture, has it ever felt like something you have to do, like taking out the garbage?
The source material has this really fascinating idea about why that happens. It suggests it's because we try to put God in a schedule, instead of scheduling our day around Him. It seems like a tiny difference in words, but man, it has huge implications for how we feel about it.
And that's the whole mindset shift right there. It all comes down to the words we use, even just in our own heads. It's about moving from that heavy, I have to spend time with God mindset to this amazing freeing mindset of, I get to spend time with God. Just changing that one word, have to get, it literally changes everything.
Okay, so once we make that shift from have to get to, it really opens up this next part for us, understanding what salvation's true path is all about. And here's the spoiler. It's not the end of the road. It's the starting line of a whole new journey. All right, first things first. Let's just clear up a huge misconception right off the bat. Some people think salvation is like a get-out-of-jail-free card, like it's a ticket to just go back to sinning without any real consequences. That is not how this works.
And the source cuts right through that idea with something so simple but so deep. He knows our motives. That's it. It's a powerful reminder that this whole thing is about what's genuinely in your heart. It's not about gaming the system or finding a loophole.
So what does this real path actually look like? Well, it's a process, a transformation. It all starts when you receive salvation. Then that acceptance helps you really understand your own motives, maybe for the first time. Once you have that clarity, you can start to embark on this path of righteousness. And the cool part is, you'll find you just naturally start to drift away from wickedness. It's not this constant white-knuckle fight. It's more like you're just flowing in a whole new direction.
So, if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. Salvation is not the finish line. It's the starting line. It is the first step on this incredible new journey, a way of living that's totally free from that feeling of powerlessness that guilt brings.
So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with a challenge. Let's make this practical.
Think about that big mindset shift, from have to get to. What is one have to in your life right now, it could be anything, that you can try to reframe as a get to? What's one burden you can turn into a privilege this week?
Thanks so much for tuning in. And as our source material so perfectly puts it, y'all have a blessed one.